Welcome to the Voyage of the Naughty Nuts. I'm going to talk about TikTok here and the new identity that is being created, in which I'm just discovering. What is the new identity of TikTok? Let's talk about that. This is a profound change in the way we are in the world. This TikTok, which is very ironic. TikTok. The idea of TikTok is that here you can be a content consumer and a content creator. Now, we're all content consumers. We're conditioned to be content consumers in our consumer society. This identity of a consumer it's not always been here. It's new. I think it's created by America. After World War II, when the factories that built the tanks converted to building refrigerators and washing machines, and these mass-produced appliances and things had to be sold. So there was the advertising field was created. Mad Men was a great story on that. But we have to create the consumer in order to sell them consumer products which provide the energy that drives our consumer economy. So we have to create consumers in order to be able to have them buy new stuff. This has not always been the case. I remember my Uncle Robbie, who was a World War I veteran. He died when he was 99, and he was born in an age before the age of consumers. If he bought a TV or a car, he used it forever. There was never any idea of getting a new one. All of his tools were old, reliable. Things were built to last. Things were built to last. Now they're built to fall apart. Why? So you can buy a new one. And we were also created the consumer mythology, the advertising. And what does advertising do but create a sense in you that you need something new, that you're kind of in fallen, that you're dissatisfied, that there's something is missing. And when that feeling is there, something is missing, you're always on the lookout for that which is missing, that which will fulfill me, that one thing that will satisfy me and end this craving for what's missing. The craving for what's missing, you see. So our society creates the sense that something is missing and then provides you with a thing, a product, an idea, a religion, an ideology that promises to satisfy that craving for something is missing. But it never does. And when it doesn't, you just blame the competition. You just blame somebody else. You didn't do it. You didn't practice hard enough. In other words, the fault is never in the advertising. It's always in that you didn't pray hard enough, or you weren't good enough, or you didn't follow the directions, or whatever. But nevertheless, that sense of I need something more is fed by your failure in finding something more. And this is the tape loop. Our feeling of dissatisfaction is fed by our dissatisfaction. That's a win-win situation, you see. The more you are dissatisfied, the more that dissatisfaction is fed, and you keep looking for that which will satisfy you, which never will. So this is the tape loop of the consumer mythology, of the consumer ideology, the consumer religion. It's a religion. It's a religion. It just took the craving for Jesus and put it in a secular framework. Instead of craving Jesus, we crave a new car, or a new relationship, or a new job, or a cosmology, a new face, or a new gender, whatever. So this craving for God was transferred to, in the secular consumer world, as a secular religion. You don't have to belong to a religion to crave a new car. You don't have to belong to a religion to crave something more, you see. So that more is always dangled in front of us like a worm. Of course, in religion, that more is dangled in front of you like Jesus, like atonement, like forgiveness, like the promised land, you see. It's always dangled in front of us like a worm, you see. And we go, and because that craving is instilled in us at the birth of our consciousness, you see, we're always manipulated. We're always kept swimming towards more, you see. So let's get back to TikTok, where I started on this meandering journey of the naughty knots. We're talking about a naughty knot here, you see. The knot is craving. And that knot of craving is tied in us like the umbilical cord. You know, when we're born into this society, that knot is tied, created, so that we will be good consumers. Yes, we'll be good consumers. Now, TikTok is coming along and offering not anything, not a way out of this, but a way to change the frame of it. Because when we're all consumers of TikTok, but then we may choose to be a creator of content. So TikTok is, as an app, is a field, electronic field, where you can become a content creator and participate in the creation of content. This is a change in the religious fishbowl. In Christianity, you are created in the Bible. The idea of you is that in the Catholic Church, that man is fallen. You are a fallen, sinful human being. Original sin. You're fallen. But you can get up if you get Jesus. If you get God. If you belong to the church, you see. Then you'll be standing up. But you still remain the creator. Now with TikTok, the paradigm is shifted so that you can become a co-creator of content. And the religion changes from being created by God to being a co-creator with God. And this is where Buddhism comes in. You are a co-creator of the world you live in. You're not created by the world, you create the world you perceive. This is a fundamental change. Let's get into this on the next TikTok. Thanks for dropping in. Subscribe and follow this crazy journey.